Welcome to the Daily Agenda. So on tonight's podcast, I thought we'd have, a slight change, both serious and mockery, in truth. So mega, it seems to be doing the rounds again at this moment in time, doesn't it? Because of the, the plastic gangsters and the roadmen, innit, bruv? So it's time we stripped this away from them completely and neutralised it. Because it is just a Zionist-controlled operation. And anything to do with Tommy, of course, is Zionist-controlled operation, safety valve, you name it. That's what they are. That's their only purpose. So mega, what does it really mean? It means Make England Germanic Again. And by that, it's very clear. So if you have a connection to one Anglo-Saxon ancestor, and you can prove it with a DNA test, then you are associative English. If you have Anglo-Saxon ancestors on both sides, paternal and maternal, then you are completely English. Is that not simple enough to understand? And the English, of course, Angles, Saxons and Utes and some Frisians, were actually all Germanic tribes. They weren't from Africa, they weren't from the Indian subcontinent, they weren't from the West Indies, they were all white Germanic Europeans. So when we say mega, what we mean, what nationalists mean, and I call upon all nationalists to get behind this campaign, is that mega means Make England Germanic Again. Because, in truth, the English are Germanic, and there is no other fact. And even when the Normans, who conquered England at the Battle of Hastings, they were also Germanic, don't you know? They were the Northmen. Yes, Vikinger, and they're also a Germanic tribe. And the Viking invasions, they were also Germanic tribes, don't you know? I see. And William of Orange, from Holland, also Germanic. You see? It's very clear, isn't it? To those who have, just an elementary grasp of history. And also the genome studies. And of course I've done my ancestry, genealogy thoroughly over a number of years, since 2007. And on both sides I can prove direct genetic connection to Anglo-Saxon skeletal remains. So I am completely English in that respect, although I also have a number of Celtic ancestors and other Germanic ancestors, particularly Vikinger. So there you go, I'm Celto-Germanic, and the English are Germanic. And when they landed here and got rid of Vortigern and decided that, these Celts, basically, they're always at war with each other, and they're weak, there's fratricidal conflict the whole time, we can just take over. They then started it's a myth that they wiped out the Celtic population. Most of the Celts actually moved westwards, but they actually intermarried with some of them and became Celto-Germanic themselves. In other words, white European. So there you go. When we say Make England Germanic Again, we do so for a reason. To strip away this absolute nonsense of mega controlled by the Zio fanatics. In other words, the centre-right clowns. I remember it was particularly important when I saw that clown Glenn Saffer and his little roadmen in it, brav. Bearing in mind that, the Anglo-Saxons didn't talk like that in it, Gavin Brav. You know what I mean? And don't join homeland. No, join homeland. And why is that, Mr. Saffer? Because, I don't know. And it's funny because Saffer is the surname, the origination of Saffer is German, Safir. So Mr. Saffer really does need to go back to the drawing board and do a modicum of research about his own ancestry and the etymology of his surname. Sorry, I don't want to confuse you, Mr. Saffer, with words like etymology. I know it's a little bit beyond your grasp and you're just a washed up junkie. Okay, fair enough. But in truth, you can hardly complain, can you, after the threats you've been making against me, which have been intercepted by our other undercover agents inside your roadman organisation. Okay? So not only will we be taking mega away from you and turning it into Make England Germanic Again, you're also going to have to pay the price for conspiracy, not to pervert the course of justice, but conspiracy. quite frankly, keeping a straight face, conspiracy to commit aggravated assault, and all the evidence is there, and we've got you. And we've also got Mega, and we're taking it back under our control. This is all about urging nationalists to take control of Mega and to make England Germanic again. How does that sound? I think it sounds wonderful. Oh, and on one final point, because there's also another parallel video going out tonight about nationalism, we're going to have a range of merchandise for people to buy at the cheapest possible price. And, you know, it will be made here, hopefully, not in Turkey like Tommy's crap. Okay? So, they want to make England great again by having all their merchandise made in Turkey, do they? Just goes to show you the absolutely appalling state of these centre-right grifter clowns.